Good morning, all. Go live. Just sent some notifications. A few housekeeping items. On the right hand, if you're joining us via Google Plus and through the event section, that is great. If you're logged in, you should see on the right pane, on the right of your screen, in the right pane, it asks your audience to submit questions and they will appear below. This is also open for you. I believe this works if you're logged in to your Google Plus account and you join on the session live. But if you were a viewer and not join actively on the session, you could go to YouTube and do, if you're joining us via YouTube, excuse me, if you're joining us via YouTube, and I'm going that right now, matter of fact, on another page, you do a search for CIT department and look for the ones that have on August, or you can do a direct search on YouTube for August 7th, 2015 CIT Advising, and this presentation, this video is gonna populate. You could go there live right now, and on the bottom, on all comments, you can ask comments there as well. I'll be monitoring that page at the end of the presentation. Or if you are on the Hangout on the Google Plus page for this event, on the events, when you click on this event, there is a say something or comments section in there as well. So that's open for you guys to ask questions as there as well. Okay, and any other towards the end, at the end of the presentation, we're going to show the contact information for the CIT department. Now, I had this song in my head this morning that I wanted to share. No. I know there's a way to share a YouTube video through this. I've done it before. Yeah, right here. Let me see if I can find it. Continue. Yeah, I wouldn't attempt trying to sing it. It would sound too horrible. What happened? Did the screen go blank? Oh, here we go. Well, that's right, because I click on the YouTube, but it's not showing anything. Wow, that's just fantastic. It's not just fantastic, it's fabulous. It's fabulous, it's not showing anything. Well, good thing we're recording before our start time, huh? Well, that didn't work. We'll try on another session. I'll try offline, and then we'll try to show the song I was thinking about. But the song I was thinking about, it's can't sing it. Don't have that rhythm. I'm gonna find out. I was watching a movie yesterday, and the song just came up on the movie. It was a very good movie. I said, "Hey," is the lyrics. What's going on? Four non-blondes. What's up? No, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. Four non-blondes. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" It's a very good song. I had to watch it a few times hear the song a few times over. Very good song. Somewhat appropriate. What's going on with with your education, basically? Where you going? Where you coming from? What are the options? Okay, so we are 9:01 a.m. Let's get started, right? So this is for summer 2015. Is the Computer Information Technology Department Advising uh, marathon, I guess. This presentation has been prepared by Professors Popolo and Fernandez, Mike Popolo and Jefferson Fernandez. Now, as we go through uh, this uh, this session, these are the things you got to keep in mind. You can use the questions area in Hangout or in the comments in the live page or on the YouTube channel for this video. But as we go to this presentation, keep in mind, what is your current major? A lot of students don't know what their major is. They think that it's information security or data management or networking, but when they actually go and check out their profile, it's general concentration or business or psychology or something other than that. So keep that in mind. What is your current major? At the end, we're going to do a program evaluation that's going to tell you exactly what is registered with Bunker Hill, what you have declared with Bunker Hill, and towards graduation, that's going to matter. And the other thing is, what is your short-term goal? I mean, you're here for searching for employment. We got great entry-level certificates in data management and mobile apps, and we have connections with our local partners, business community um, that set up internships and such. Or you're just looking for an associate's degree. You got to complete that degree that you started, or you want to have a degree, a higher education degree on the area of IT, or are you here passing by? You here to specifically to transfer to another institution, which you also offer that. So keep those in mind as we go through the presentation. Write down your questions and shoot it over the comments, or wait until the end so we can address those. Okay, here's a quick table of contents that we're going to cover. Some facts about the school, CIT department's take on the workforce, our three mission fold, industry exams, our career track options, our stackable options, transferring to other universities and colleges, what's next, and a conclusion. All right, some facts here, and we are among the region's largest college. We have roughly 14,000 students and more. This semester has been a little hard on enrollment because the market is that good for you guys. So finding a job it's been better than the last few years, which is great for you guys. It's not very great for the college. When enrollments are down, we kind of suffer a little. So it's a little down this semester, but it's good. It's good. We're still here for you guys whenever you get stable in your employment and you say, you know what, I gotta finish that degree, I gotta finish that certificate, so I'm gonna go back to Bunker Hill. All right. So the largest community college in Massachusetts. There are 15 community colleges in Massachusetts. We are the largest. We are also the most affordable at 3.3K a year. Bunker Hill has 100 certificate degrees and degree programs. Matter of fact, the CIT department has 24. Out of that 100, 24 is from the CIT department. And counting, and we'll see what that and counting is later. 67% people of color and 50% of them are women. We are a very balanced bunch. Okay, so our threefold mission. So ICT stands for Information Computing Technology. Okay. Sometimes I like to say, you know, whoever wrote this, was it dyslexic? It's supposed to be CIT, Computer Information Technology Education, but no, I looked it up a few years back. It is ICT. Sometimes I like to joke about the dyslexic because I'm dyslexic. All right, ICT education for all Bunker Hill students, and we'll see that on the next slide. Associates transfer to baccalaureate universities and colleges. Workforce preparation, associates in science degrees, and certificates. Uh, our department has a very, very strong. Actually, let me check this mic. Is it working? Yeah, the mic is working. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, back to the presentation. I had a mic that I had a return on the earphones, so that I knew when if it was muted or not. All right. So we have a very strong academic connection. What's not listed here is a Citrix. We are no, not Citrix. Citrix. Um, our most strongest one here. I don't think there's one strongest. We use all of them, and our content. I have to spend a little bit of time here. At the end, there's a parable, an African parable about a lion and a gazelle, which comes back to this slide. Um, we we stay up to the minute or up to the market in current technology and procedures and material. So when you come to us for our Cisco networking or our database management and big data, you on the database management has big data from EMC and database courses from Oracle. For example, our Cisco network, our networking administration, it's fully versed in the Cisco systems, and it also has LPI. Our support, computer support degrees and certificate have strong relationship with Microsoft and IBM and CompTIA as well. So, and we are in all of our labs. We have VMware, we have virtualization. So we are a very versed, very strong academic connection with these vendors, and the material that we get is from them. So they are building the material, the courses that you need in order to land a job in IBM and land a job in Cisco. So we're not developing our own content. We're getting the content from the market, from the people who set up the tools, build the software, build the equipment. They're the ones who putting together the material so that we can deliver to you. So our instructors are always up to date to the latest trends in technology, and that's good for you, and that's good for us, and that's good for our community. So this ICT across all BHCC students. We do that in several ways. One of the primary ways is with CIT 110, Computer Applications and Concept course. This course is delivered in 40 plus sections every semester with around 800 students per semester, about. Now, and among other courses here is Microsoft Office applications, operating systems, programming, forensics, database, medical office administration, and others. So what that means is other departments for all students, other departments who have cooperation with us. For example, the business administration, criminal justice, medical imaging, and computer media technology. They use some of our courses in their curriculum as well, okay, on their program grids and certificate grids and associate grids. All right. So our second mission is transferring to other universities and colleges, and this is how we do it. We got 4 possible associates in arts and science that does transfer to other universities and colleges. So AA in Comp Sci, AS in Comp Sci, AA in Comp Info Systems, and AA in Information Technology. These transfer to Applied BSIT at UMass Boston and others, and we'll see in the transferring section of the presentation. Okay, so our third mission is our workforce. Well, you're coming here primarily to hopefully Part of the reason is to be marketable in the workforce. Okay, get your skills in line with what the market needs, right? So if you want to get into networking, we got networking technology administration. It's 100% Cisco curriculum. Well, it's mostly Cisco curriculum. It's 90%. There are other courses from other vendors in there as well, but it's primarily Cisco. Database design is Oracle, and we also added EMC for big data. Computer support, Microsoft, digital forensics investigations. We have instructors that teach our forensics courses that are forensic investigators. All right, they gone to court and testified in court in several cases in this area, and it's very exciting working with these guys. Now, internet information security, same thing. We have a Stella professor who will put the security degree stack together, and we are in line with the NSA. Yeah, that's right, folks. That's the government, National Security Agency framework for cybersecurity and Center for Education Excellence. Okay, object-oriented programming is another very popular program. We have several, I think, more than 20 years of experience in combining that in that program. I think that's not even half. I think there's even more than 30 years experience in that program from instructors. And health information technology networking. That's a shoot off in the network technology and administration. The first one here is Cisco based as well. Okay, but it's more options within the networking area. All right. So continuing in our mission, that's the workforce preparation in terms of associate degrees. And now we said, okay, we need to be more versed here. It's not really feasible to have somebody in the workforce that wants to reskill himself to go straight into an associate degree. That's a long time commitment, as we see when we get into the transfer pages of this presentation. So we come up with stackables. All right, we broke down our associate team certificates and in different levels. So we say, okay, what do you need as an entry-level skills? Well, the entry-level skills is the core courses for that program or for that certificate, okay, for that stack. Mid-level skills, all of the entry-level skills are found in the mid-level skills. And within the degree, we have the emerging technologies. All right, so the entry-level skills, here's a short list. PC hardware support, Microsoft Office applications, medical office support, and health information technology. But in here, as you will see, there's other entry-level skills as well. Mid-level skills, we hardcore on Cisco, CCNA, HIN, database administration with big data, digital forensics, internet infosec, mobile applications for Android, Apple, and Windows Phone. Again, the big data here goes inside the database administration, business intelligence, health information networking, and medical information assistant. All right. So as mentioned before, we have very strong vendor affiliation, and we deliver the content for several topics in our curriculum for our students, which are also in line with industry certification. So when you go for the network, for the CCNA, it's a Cisco-based certification that you have to take. It's an added cost. So after you take the 4 Cisco classes that we have, you qualify to sit down for an industry certification. And you do that by going to Pearson VUE, which is a testing center, which is an external resource. You have to go somewhere else to take this exam. We thought to ourselves, well, we have an assessment center, why not put it there? We did, but it's being moved to a new building for better accessibility, better service hours, and such. And we have delivered these um, these exams there. Now, these are a cost added. We're looking to see if there's a way to decrease the cost of taking these industry certifications. There are vouchers, but they always change the requirement for these vouchers. So Cisco, Microsoft, and LPI, Linux Professional Institute, are some of the exams we deliver there. Okay, and Peerview delivers exams, all sorts of exams as well. All right, so this is also in line. So our Cisco curriculum is industry certification based. Um, our database administration or database management is Oracle based, and there are Oracle exams that we can deliver through Pearson VUE as well, just to cite a few. Okay, here are the career track options. You need to be admitted to Bunker Hill in the fall or spring, sometimes sprinkling in the summer if we get a few. That does a process in the summer. Complete your college and financial aid applications. Make sure you take the AccuPlacer. The AccuPlacer will let us know where you fall in your reading and math. That's important because there's a prerequisite for some of these classes that requires a certain level of reading, writing, and arithmetic. Okay. There is a delay option if you're not sure which program or which track you're going to go into. And this is going to be a common theme throughout the next pages, okay? You're the one who lives in your shoes. You're the one who walks in your shoes. You're the only one who knows what's good for you, okay? Well, 90% of the time that's true. We're not going to go into details on that, but you know what's best for you. So we're here to advise that you need to do a career exploration and job opportunities on these topics. Okay, don't just go because somebody say, "Hey, you're good with computers. You're gonna become an engineer. Go for it." But see if you like it. See if you like the discipline. On all of the terminology we're gonna cover here and the keywords that you're gonna see. If you're a current student, go to bhc.edu, Career Connect, log in, and do some keyword searches for current positions. All right. If you're not a student and you're watching this, go to LinkedIn, Indeed.com, Jobs, USAJobs.com, Dash.com, or whatever a job search engine you use for job search, and do the same keyword searches there, and see if it's an area that you'll be interested in. Look at the job descriptions for things that require a CCNA. All right. Do you see yourself doing that? Do uh, a search on Android app development or big data, and see if it comes up. If the type of jobs that it comes up and the job descriptions matches what you were thinking of doing by going into mobile app development or into big data or programming. All right. So here are the different tracks. We have to do all that jazz, all that formality up here. Here, but consider the financial and timeless of these IT tracks. Okay. So we have career certificates that ranges from 16 to 29 credits. I actually saw a certificate yesterday that was 29 credits. Although it's a short time to employment, all right, it's fewer credits. There are internships available. It's a lowest cost option. It doesn't cost as much as the other options. And most courses are included in the associate's track. And all of this here transfer into, all the credits here transfers into the associate's degree of its column. Here's the asterisks. The Cisco, that's a typo again. I forgot to change that. 16 credits. So the Cisco certificate, for example, is 16 credits, really fast. And we'll show you later on how we've designed the Cisco grid so that you can do it in one semester. So the associate's degree two asterisks, has a 42 credit transfer possibility to baccalaureates. But it's a 2-year commitment or more. The employment is available. It's 60 credits, roughly 60 credits or more. Internships are available. It's a moderate cost option. And most courses transfer to BSs or BAs at UMass Boston, Amherst, Salem State. Although the 4-year institution is an applied IT and applied computer science, it does come with a higher cost and longer benefits. Okay, and there is a 4-year commitment usually. You go in as a junior, so it's another 2-year commitment. 2 years here and 2 years there gets you 4. Okay. All right. So here's what we've done with stackables. Before we get into this topic, let me look at the comment section. We don't have any comments yet. All right. Let's continue. So here's what we've done with stackables. All right, before we get into the section, here's a common theme. All right, do a career track exploration and job opportunities. Current students, you may go here. The Career Connect, excuse me, it's great because we have job postings from our local business, partnership with our local businesses. So a business, they have an account with Career Connect, and they're going there and they'll post a job, okay, or internship that is specifically tailored to the student, okay, or to our students. Instead of going out there on LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever and looking up for a job without having the affiliation. So we try to make things a little easier. Is it easier? Well, I think it is. Some might not think so, but I think it is. If you're not a bunker here student, going to any other places we can do a job search and check out these keywords. Now, it has a whole bunch of keywords here that you can use. CCNA, that's a definite one. Network technology, or network administration, technology administration. Okay. Routers, WAN technologies, Windows Server administration, Linux administration. Those are good keywords. Networking security, wireless technology. Those are good keywords too. PC hardware is a good keyword as well. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah, those are some good keywords. So here's what we've done. We've got an entry-level skills, which is 16 credits. It has these courses here. All of these courses, they are in the mid-level skills, the network technology and administration certificate. They use 29 credits, and these 29 credits are found also in the degree option, the net tech and admin option up here. All right, so that's what we've done with the stackables. We took the degree, which may take too long to complete, and we cut it down into a mid-level. Okay, we find that what are considered mid-level skills in this area. Boom. And we created this. And what is considered core, entry-level, people must know to get to employment fast? Or what is it that people who are already in the industry, in the networking industry, who already have a job doing networking or whatnot, to re-skills themselves? Because after you do, this is called Cisco 1 or Intro to Networking 162 and 167, you qualify to sit down for the CCENT 1. It's a specific Cisco industry exam. After you complete the 267 to 74, you qualify to sit down for CCENT 2 or the CCNA. All right, so this here, and we're going to see in a later slide, we modify this so you can do it in 1 semester instead of waiting 4 semesters. Okay, so if you're working professional, a networking professional, you need to re-skills or update that networking skill and renew that certification, you can take these courses here and go straight into this. So you don't need to declare an associate's major, you just declare the fast track option. Okay, that's how we've done all these stackables and the entry and mid-level skills. All right. Next, here's a strong base stacking. Um, I came up with this term, strong base. I believe I did. Um, and this is August 7th, by the way. Actually, when I built this presentation was last month, July 1st, 2015. I think authorship rights are in order, maybe with the royalties if anybody uses this. So a strong base is this. We have two new entry level, well, one entry level and one gearing to still entry level. No, this is more like mid level skills because it's on the 20s. The 29 here is mid level. This is getting towards there, but not really. So it's between entry level and mid level, the HIN, and the HIT is entry level. Now let's say that you declared an AS in network technology. Great. But we suggest you start working on these courses down here, okay, on the entry level. Now, as you work on these courses down here, you're also working on HIN, Health Information Networking, and Health Information Technology. All right, check that out. So these courses overlap on these entry level certificates. Okay, there are two courses here that are specific on the topics of health information and up here as well. Now, the great thing here is when I mentioned, if you paid good attention here, is the AS in network technology, you declared this one as your major, okay? All right. For financial implications, you should always declare the Associates of Science option, degree option, and know that you have these as well. Um, and then we can add these programs later on as you start completing them. You can just fill out a form and say, hey, I completed this, and and you get sent your certificate. All right. Um, so by doing that, you are also working, since this course here, 182 PC hardware, is found in the degree option, but it's not found in the mid or excuse me, entry level certificates of these certificates. It is on the entry level of another certificate, but not these. All right, let's keep going. And as you're working towards on this entry level, you're also working on several other entry levels. All right, so for the health information networking, it's two courses. It's CCNA Security, the 279, and I always forget this one. Health Information Networking, the 277. And for the HIT, Health Information Technology, it's Healthcare IT Concepts 1 and 2, the 183 and 288, IT Healthcare Concepts 1 and 2. Now, why is a strong base? Well, here's why. The 279 is the CCNA Security, is the next level on the CCNA. It's still Cisco curriculum. That's why it's still within this stack. And health information networking, it's still a Cisco material, still Cisco content. We take the content for that course from Cisco. They provide it. And up here, the healthcare IT concepts 1 and 2 is also provided by Cisco, all right, by our vendor. So that's why this is a strong base stacking. Okay, it's still within the same vendor, the same degree. It stacks up into the same degree. Okay, they all stacks up into the same degree. So let's take a look at what a side stack means. So a side stack is, well, let's say you're in the Associate of Science Network Technology. Admin, keeping on the same theme here. And you're working towards you you declare the AS in that tech option as your major. You're working towards the 60, but you you start from the bottom here on the entry level skills. Right now, you are also, while doing all this, while as you work towards the CCNA here, you are also, and those other two, you are also overlapping with the information technology security fast track. Notice that the very first one here, one of the um, one of the entry level course in the IT and the IT Sec fast track is on the mid level skills of the networking. Okay, and the other ones overlap on the entry. And there is two courses here: Principles of Information Security, CIT 118, and Information Security and Assurance, in order to get you into area, the cybersecurity aspect of it. So, and this is side stacking because these courses are not, these other courses, um, the networking security is not Cisco based. It's not a Cisco CCNA. It's a security course, but it's not vendor based. And the other one, Infotech, Principles of Internet and Info Security, it's not Cisco based. And the other one is not Cisco based either. So that's why it's a side stack. And this here stacks into a different degree. Over here, we have the Associates in Science in Information Technology and Security. And then there's a mid-level certificate here, excuse me, mid-level skills here, and then the entry-level skills. These other the ones prior didn't stack into another associate's degree. They stacked into the networking. Okay. Here are the other fast tracking certificates or entry-level certificate, entry-level skills. Now the data management, 16 credits, we updated recently to include what's latest and greatest in the market, which is big data with R and R Studio. R is a programming language. It's very easy to learn, and R Studio is the interface. It's a really awesome course that our Stella professor went to EMC to get trained, and he came back even more brilliant that he already is. It's really great. Of course, I play around with it. It's really powerful stuff. I can do predictive analysis and graphing and all sorts of stuff. It's really amazing. Okay, computer forensics, 16 entry level, 16 credits. This year, a lot of private investigators, police officers, there's lawyers have taken this 16 level this entry level certificate, and it's really great bunch of people. Information technology security, this year is getting in line with national security agencies. Yes, that's the government organization, National Security Agency, that deals with national security. Hint, hint. Framework for cybersecurity. Cisco CCNA, we already spoke in length about that one. And here's how you can do the CCNA in one semester. So the working professionals came back and said, "Look, I have to update my certification, my CCNA certification. I want to review the content, all the learning materials and the training materials for the course, but I don't want to do it in 4 semesters. I mean, 4 semesters, 2 years, right? If you do spring, fall, I mean, that's 4 years. So that wasn't very attractive for most of our workforce. So we came up with this. We heard what they were saying, and we gave them an answer. Oh, here we go. Um, this September now, you would register for CIT 110 Fast Track, and there might also be a Fast Track HP. Now, notice that we have the 16 credit entry level certificates are Fast Track. Now, our answer to them to this type this specific situation is that why don't we make the courses Fast Track as well? So that way we have a Fast Track certificate and Fast Track courses. So it's a shorter time to graduation, shorter time to um, everything else. It just makes it faster. But this is not for the faint of heart, though. The fast tracks, they're really fast. I mean, um, you need to spend the time and dedication. If you're, it's not a typical course, right? Speak with the professors. Um, Take a look at what these courses are and the schedule. But here, how the schedule will work for this semester now. Um, if you're watching this recording on a different semester, then go to go to our web advisor and do a search, which we're gonna do a show and tell later, and see if it works for you. Okay. So here's what we've done. When you go register, you gotta register manually upstairs at the registration desk. You gotta register for CIT 110 Fast Track. Also search for Fast Track Hybrid. It might be there as a hybrid, or the 182 or 112 Fast Tracks or the hybrids, and 162 Fast Track, 167 Fast Track, 267 Fast Track, 274 Fast Tracks, and the OIM. So you register for all of these at the same time, okay? Upstairs. Um, we don't advise people taking more than 4 courses. If you're full-time students, it's 4 courses, regular courses. Um, we don't advise people taking more than 4 for obvious reasons. Now this here is okay because the CIT 110 Fast Track Hybrid and CIT 162 Fast Track, they start at the same time. They start in September and they end at the end of September. Okay, all the different dates and times, because you can't run the 2 courses in the same room at the same time. It just doesn't work. All right. So what I mean in terms of start and end in month, right? They start and end in 1 month. All right, and you already registered for 167. Should you pass these two, if you're really dedicated, as I mentioned, most likely you would. Um, September, October. In October, you will start the 167. Okay, and the 167 ends at the end of October. The 267 starts in November, it ends in November. The 274 starts in December, ends in December. So that's how we set this up. And the OIM, you'll be a semester long, is a 1 credit, it's a typing course, a keyboarding techniques. If you feel that you're versed in the keyboard, most people nowadays are. I think it's a 30 or 40 keywords a minute to pass the exam. There is a test out exam for it as well. So that's how we've done that for in 1 semester. Okay. All right. So most certificates, as mentioned, stacks into the degrees. Now, any and all of our instructors can advise you guys, the students or potential students, or whatnot, in any of the programs that we have. However, here are the specialties for each program. The contact professors specialty for each program. For digital and computer forensics investigation, that's Professor Mahoney or Fernandez. For computer support specialist tracks, Professors Mike Popolo and Diane Popolo. And let me spend just a second here. There's 2 options here, entry and mid-level certificate skills options. Here is in the software side, applications and applications. Note the name here, specialists on support for applications. That's desktop applications, web applications, office applications, and such, okay, or Excel applications. Huh? On the left side is hardware, okay. When you say computer support, is anything involving the desktop or the laptop, or yeah, the desktop or the laptop. And on the PC hardware, is anything involving the physicality of the desktops of the laptops, okay. So that's your Geek Squad, your Genius Bar at Apple Store, or the tech guy at Micro Center that goes in and fixes the stuff in the back room, and or giving computer support over the phone to if you're in a larger company and you're giving computer support over the phone, a help desk type of person, and such. Okay. Again, explore your career tracks and job opportunities. Use these keywords to find out what it is more. All right. So for database programming administration, big data, R Studio, and the next courses thereof is Professors Harris or Cronin. All right, for information technology security, which is mapped to the National Security Agency framework, is Professors Mahoney or Fernandez. Professors Akerley or Professor John for network technology administration. And here's what I mean about the strong base stacking. All right, these are all Cisco based curriculum for the three different markets, and they stack into the degree option. For medical information management stack, see Professors Briggs or Bergman. For computer science transfer and for computer science transfer, see Professor Delta or Professor Miller. This here means we don't have currently we don't have entry level or mid level, the blocks, the empty blocks. Means we don't have entry level skills for that column, for that track. Okay. Now, way back in the beginning, where we mentioned that Bunker Hill has 100 plus, and 20% of that is from the CIT department. We have 24 plus. This will mean by plus and adding. We have recently added Android mobile app entry-level certificate, and this here, as I stated, it focuses on the Android, on the phones that runs the Android, the Google operating system for the mobile device, okay, for the phones. And Professor Miller is the contact person on that entry-level certificate, entry-level skills. We have a gas utility technology, and the contact here is Professor Martignelli and Professor Wigfall for electric power utility. Let me do a pause here and check before we on the questions. Okay. Okay. Also take a look at the number of viewers. Oh, not bad. Okay. So the other stuff, these other columns are easy to figure out. Okay, it's computer science, makes sense. Computer information technology. Security makes sense. Networking makes sense. Gas utility, what? Electric power, what does that have to do with computer information technology, dude? Well, it has everything to do with us. So it's similar. Let's think about it as, okay, we have the Cisco CCNA, right? The Cisco Networking Academy. Well, that's our vendor. Well, gas utility, we have a local gas company who came to us and said, hey, we got a curriculum here for the gas industry and the technologies they use, the procedures and such. We want to become your vendor. Could you provide us with an educational track to skill our students? So that's what we're doing with the Cisco and the information security and data analytics, right? Excuse me, database management. We're skilling our students for entry level, mid level, and an associate's degree in that educational area, on that market. Well, this is no different. All right. So the gas company came up and said, "Hey, let's collaborate with this. We need more people in this area." So we did, and that's what it is. The gas utility technology. Forgot the name of the of a vendor, but I'll remember for the next presentation. Okay, for the next session. And same thing for the electrical power utility. This is NSTAR, which is now EverSource. All right, and there are talks of adding more ASs in these different utility markets. And this might branch off into its own department. We don't know yet, but for now, uh, we are on it and we are proud to host these and promote them. All right. So in development, Professor Miller is working on the mid-level and the associate's degree, associate in science of for the mobile platform, mobile app. We don't know what they're going to be called yet. Can't wait to see what she comes up with. She's also a stylist. She's good. All right. So Professor Dauter or Professor Miller for working on object-oriented programming and design, starter entry level. Okay. Instead of calling fast track, we're calling it starter, differentiating a little bit. And or the math department here, this is not working on. This is something we're thinking about, but we are not actively working on it. It's having the possibility of our comp sci transfer students also have an AA in mathematics, and that would be very interesting, very exciting thing to offer our students. And we got to work. We're working with the math department on this, or thinking. We're strategizing. All right. Professor Mark Tagnelli and Wick Fall working on entry level and mid level certificates for the utility degrees. Okay, transferring. I'm doing on time. Well, I'm getting close to the end here. All right. So for transfer, same thing. You have if you're transferring from or to Bunker Hill, you need to be enrolled in Bunker Hill during the spring or fall ish. Complete your financial aid application and college application. If you transfer to, do that thing with the other institution. If you're coming to us, do that thing with us. Take our AccuPlacer. If you're going to another institution, they need to take tests. Make sure you take those tests. They may have a delay option if you don't know which track you're transferring to. Even if you're going to another institution, the same rule applies, folks. You got to do the career exploration and job opportunity for the degree you're going for. All right. If you're coming here to Bunker Hill and you're already enrolled and all that jazz, yes, please do go into Career Connect. If you the other institution might have a Career Connect as well. Not sure. Ask around. All right. But also consider the financial and timeless implication of these. All right. So all of our degrees, you got to work with the transfer departments, and our transfer department has successfully transferred people to four-year institutions on the BA or BS tracks at UMass, Boston, Amherst, Lowell State, and Northeastern. And there are a few others. And we are also always adding more articulations. Articulation is a fancy academic word between institutions saying that we have an agreement, have an accord of this degree on all of these courses transfers to, let's say, Northeastern for this degree and those for that degree and that course, those courses. That's what an articulation is. Okay, there's a possible 40, excuse me, there's a possible 42 credit transfer from our degrees, and here how they have transfer or the records that we have transferred. Some of them, the AS in IT transfer, work with the transfer department and Professor Wei Zhang at UMass Boston, and we have successfully transferred to the UMass Boston College of Management, BSIT, and you have to pick one of those four tracks. Notice that the computer forensics, woohoo, business intelligence kind of maps to our data management, okay, database management. All right, so AS Computer Science and the ComSci transfer work with the transfer department, and we have successfully placed people at UMass Boston Department of College, in the College of Science and Mathematics for ComSci, BS degree. Also in Tufts and other private and public university. Again, here is roughly 42 credit transfers. Well, the AA in Computer Science. So here we have an AS in Comp Sci transfer. That's the name of the degree. And here we have an AA. You transfer to the same places, which maybe we should combine those in the previous slide. But the AA in Computer Information System, the contact also work with our transfer service department, but the direct contact at UMass Boston is Professor Pang Xu at the College of Management Information Systems. All right, and this transfers to the College of Management, and the BS, the degree is a BS in Management. Under the Bachelor of Science in Management, you have different options, and one of the options is Management Information Systems, MIS, okay? Again, 42 credit transfer possibility. Medical Information Management Transfer Department has successfully assisted students in transferring in the health management area in Northeastern in Cambridge College. For the Computer Information Technology, this one's a little bit tricky because it's specializing skills in several fields of IT, networking administration, information security, database, computer support. I mean, those are the options under the CIT degree. Okay, and these here, although we have placed folks from this degree to other institutions, it's a little more challenging to transfer the courses, but we have done it. Okay, so you got to work diligently with the transfer service department, the institutions that you are interested in transferring to, contact their transfer department and talk with an advisor there. And with an advisor here and an advisor there, there's no way you can go wrong. Okay, folks, y'all get access to your transcript, to the courses that you have, and we'll do that dance. Okay. So what's next? If you're transferring from or to, you need to have your transcripts. Okay. From wherever it is that you're going, and you got to contact the enrollment desk with that information. If you're sending your transcript via snail mail, you got to send it to the academic records in that room. That should be in your packet or in your paperwork. And the transfer office has workshops going on all the time. So I'm going to do a quick show and tell. We're going to shift the screen here a little bit. And give me a second here to prepare. Yeah, the link open, but I got to go back to the Hangout and do the sharing thing. Give me 1 second here. And we're sharing there. Is it being shared? Present to everyone. It's presenting. And we're there. So bhcc.edu transfer. Here's the transfers. Here are their contact information, their office hours, and the 10th, there's a college representative from UMass Lowell. So if you're a current student and you are in engineering, for example, UMass Lowell will have a lot of students who transfer from our engineering degree. I know it's not CIT, it's engineering, but I can't help it. I have a few students who took my course who were in the engineering degree, who transferred to UMass Lowell, who recently graduated. I attended their graduation. It was really beautiful. It was really nice to see that happening. All right, so representative from UMass Lowell, any transferring questions you might have is there. And this September, Professor Wayne, uh, Professor Wei Zhang is going to visit the CIT department. So stay tuned. Uh, all right. So what time is this? So you click on it in August 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the C building lobby. And the other workshop here, an intensive transfer workshop, which is from 4 to 6 at B212. And while I'm here, I'm going to take the opportunity to show you the CIT portal page. So this is the CIT portal page. We put a previous advising session, yesterday's advising session here as an announcement. And we update, I think every time we do this, we get better at it. So right now it's very bare, but we're gonna have more options here on the left that talks about the different programs, um, and some other options and certifications and our vendors and a whole bunch of good stuff for you to get more information on. Okay, so right now this is the page that we currently have. So visit and visit often. 'Cause there's a lot of good stuff here. So the next part of what to do next is also to do a web advisor. All right. The next part of the presentation, if you notice, was web advising. All right. So we did the transfer affairs and all that. So let's open up a new tab here. Go to Bunker Hill website, and in here you click on My BHCC, and you can do this if you're not enrolled. If you think of coming to Bunker Hill and you want to search for courses, see what time of the courses are and such, you don't need to be logged in for that. You can just go here as a student uh, and search for sections, and then you can search for the section that you want. If you want to look at all of the computer courses, it's going to be really a lot, but there you go. As You don't need an account to search for these, okay? Just so you can see what's available out there and such. But for what we're going to do next, you are going to need an account. So for current students, go ahead and click on login. I can't because my interface, my instructor page doesn't show you what you will see. So after you log in, you should see something similar to this. Now, the next thing you got to do is click on Program Evaluation. Now, these are for those who already registered at Bunker Hill, so enrolled in Bunker Hill. So you think you're in networking or data management, and you're taking that intro to big data, and you're taking the mobile applications courses, and you think you're in that degree, but when you click on program evaluation, it's gonna fail for me, but for you it's gonna work. It's gonna tell you over here somewhere that what your current declared degree is, okay? So, and right beneath it, there's a drop down box where you can scroll and pick on the degree that you think that you thought you were in, okay? The degree that you thought you were in. And you can do program evaluation on that. What the program evaluation does is it goes through, I'm going to do a different way here because I can't show you without compromising somebody else's information. Go to programs of study, programs by department, scroll down to computer information technology. Now, I'm specifically doing that for my department, but you could go to culinary arts or business administration or any of the other departments and do the same thing, okay? Computer media technology, childhood, or whatever, any of these other departments. By the way, if you're looking at this, you can do the same thing, all right? So here on Web Advisor, you will say, okay, I think I am on the database on the mobile app, okay, or computer science transfer. So you click on it, you find out the general concentration. Whoopity-doo. You got to do a program change form or come see one of the instructors that we can help you with that. Pick on the degree that you want to evaluate, and then hit submit and do all that. It's going to give you a really, it's going to show you the courses that you have taken that's in your transcript, the courses that you are in progress, the courses that you have transferred, and the courses that you need to take for that degree. All right. But it's really kind of awkward and it's not very easy, user friendly to look at. What I like to do is come over here on the Android app certificate, and if I'm working on the database one too, all right, they kind of overlap, maybe not. Will they overlap a lot? A little bit. All right, what I'll do is I'll print this, and a little for your information, you can come here and look at the program review, career outlook, and what you should be able to do upon completion to give you a better idea. No, is this really for me? Do I see myself um, doing a design and code complex queries? Do I see myself supporting Excel functions and databases? If this is something that you're interested in, you're gathering, manipulating, ooh, with R programming, that's good. I like manipulating and gathering information. That's good. Anyways, if you're in here, you could write down the semester that you have taken, CIT 110 or 182. All right, and the sexy, excuse me, not sexy, but the attractive thing about this one, this specific degree here is, look, they all have the same prereq. So you do the 110, and you can do all the other ones in the same semester, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's data management in one semester. Okay, so if you're done this one, then you can uh, search and register for the fall. By the way, courses are being canceled due to low enrollment. So if you want to get into the intro to big data with R and RStudio, you got to register like now, because courses are on the chopping block because of low enrollment. And you, my good friend, could be the student or the individual that makes that course run. So go ahead and register now, because yeah, because courses are being cut. All right, that's how we do. How I would do to also keep track of what courses we need to take next. Another example here on the Android mobile app development, you take CIT 110, and most of these don't. His placement, the AccuPlacer that we're talking about, you take the AccuPlacer and you place on English 111. That's great. So English 111 or instructor permission. So most of these, yeah. So you take the 110 and you can take most of these at the same time. So you write down the semester that you've taken, and that gives you an idea on what you, or if you're already currently taking, and that gives you an idea on what degree or what course to register for the fall. All right. Going back to, was that it? Yeah. Going back to the presentation. Oh, excuse me, to the PowerPoint presentation. Let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. All right, we did the workshop, and the next one was the web advisor. Now, questions and concerns, we're at the end of our presentation conclusion. Here's the parable from African parable from the lion and the gazelle. Every morning in Africa, the gazelle wakes up and he knows that he must run faster than the fastest lion in the savannah, or you will be killed. You're going to be breakfast, lunch, or dinner for one of the lions. But every morning, those same lions wake up, and he knows he must outrun the slowest gazelle, or they will starve. All right. So it's really nice. It doesn't matter if you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun shines, you better be running. All right. And that's true with in this industry, in the IT industry. We are like the lions, and the IT, the technology is the gazelle that wake up running. Sometimes we starve, sometimes we have a very good meal, and most times, 90% or 100% of the time, we catch that gazelle, and that's primarily because of our strong vendor affiliation. So we are always, um, when the sun shines, our vendors are right there with us to make sure we get the Gazelle, make sure that we get the content, that we are trained on the latest and greatest technology so that we can give to you guys. Okay, so it's a great parable. All right. Now, in conclusion, this concludes the forum presentation. If you have questions, comments, or want to discuss, I'm going to be. I'll wait for 5 minutes, and if there's no activity, I'll end the presentation. If there's no activities on YouTube or the Hangout, I'll end the presentation. But here are the contacts for the CIT department. Again, all of the instructors can advise you on any of the department's offerings, but here are the preferred um, topics that each instructor can advise you on. Okay, I'm going to mute my microphone and go to the comment section. All right, folks. Some time has passed now, and I don't see any activity on the comment sections. So I would like to thank you for watching the presentation. Hopefully, this has been useful to you. And one more thing while I'm at it, before we conclude, The next session will be, where's the next session? Here we go. This one, that one. I'll zoom in a little bit. Today is Friday the 7th at 9 a.m. So the next section is going to be tomorrow, Saturday the 8th at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So it's the same time. We're a little over with 10 minutes over. But and next week I'm doing a course at UMass Boston for BayTag, so I won't be available next week. But the following week, it's the same schedule for this week. The week after that, the week of the 17th. Monday the 17th, we start at 9 a.m. and then Tuesday at 6 p.m., Wednesday at 7 a.m., Thursday at 7, and the week after that is the same schedule. In this same place, at those same time. So tinyurl.com, CIT department, that takes you to the YouTube channel for those who like visualization. We have a CIT monthly calendar and a tiny URL, and that's going to take you to a calendar that you, if you want to add it to your, if you have a Gmail and Google Calendar, you want to add it to your calendar, you can do it that way too. All right. So, but these are the other sections that we are going to be doing. Hopefully to see you there. If you already have what you need, or contact our instructors. If you already have what you need, I hope to see you on campus. And enjoy the rest of your summer.